4 years ago, I first discovered and fell in love with Salerno, a charming city situated by the sea in South Italy. To me, it felt like a hidden treasure, very close to the Amalfi, yet not a typical tourist hotspot. Although I had no idea how my life in Italy would unfold or what experiences lay before me, one thing was sure: I wanted with every piece of my heart to make Salerno my home, and in August 2018, that was exactly what I did. My life has been full of what I regard as divine moments, the synchronicities that have weaved themselves together into what has ultimately become a rich, colourful tapestry that represents my journey. Salerno has played a pivotal role through 4 years of that journey. The first Italian city I have lived in, it has taught me so much about life and subsequently so much about myself. It is a city that I have grown comfortable in, and where even to this day, its beauty still captivates me. It was the city that held me through my breakdown, and it is the city that has witnessed my breakthrough. It's fair to say that I'm not the same person who first arrived in Salerno back in 2018. When I moved to Italy, it was with the intention to rediscover my joy and find my happiness. But I just didn't realise at the time that you often have to experience some discomfort in order to uncover it. My time in Salerno has had its fair share of ups and downs. I experienced the uncertainty of the pandemic miles away from my own family. I formed friendships that lit me up and others that later drifted apart. I experienced heartbreak, healing, and an understanding of what a true love story is. I learned to become comfortable with being uncomfortable, in managing the differing experiences that everyday life in Italy brings. I have met some incredible people who have radiated kindness, warmth, generosity, and passion. I have also met people who have displayed to me their own hidden hurt and pain. When people behave in ways perceived to be unkind or unjust, it is simply that hurt and pain being reflected back to you. A vital life lesson to remember. I have learned to recognise my worth and to always respect that, no matter what. I've gained a deeper understanding of human nature and the way that we behave. By not being able to fully communicate for 4 years, it's enabled me to read people in other ways, through body language and actions. And although I've smiled and been polite in situations, deep down I've always known those people who truly valued me. I have pushed through my own personal limitations, and I have dared to dream big. I wrote a book in Salerno. I started this very YouTube channel in Salerno. And ultimately, I found myself in Salerno. So with all this said, why am I leaving? One thing I've recognised throughout my life is that I'm not a lover of comfort zones. When things start to become mundane and repetitive, or I'm just not being personally challenged anymore, then I start to yearn for something new. You may have sensed from my recent YouTube videos that change was in the air, that I was starting to desire a more enriched experience here in Italy. Salerno has without a doubt become my comfort zone. I could very easily stay here and continue the life I know, with the people I know and the work I know, but it just isn't fulfilling for me anymore. The reality is that my life in Salerno will only ever look a particular way, however long I stay. There is a beautiful quote from Buddha that reads, "Fear does not prevent death, it prevents life." It's true. Fear can touch us, but if we aren't careful, it can also keep us in its grip. Forever stuck, forever dreaming, forever the same. And so it is with butterflies in my tummy and question marks hanging in the air that I'm ready to face my fears and begin this new chapter in my life. So where exactly am I going? If you know a little about me, you will know just how much I love Sicily, and in particular, Palermo. Palermo is a city with energy flowing through its veins. It is a diverse, beautiful, chaotic whirlwind, and honestly, it's where a little piece of my heart is sat, patiently waiting for me. It's the city where I had my darkest moment over Christmas of 2019, and it is the same city where this summer the words from my book become a permanent addition to the city centre streets. If you have watched my Sicily vlogs, you'll also know that this is the very same city that my boyfriend is from and where his family and friends reside. So of course, the next obvious city for me to move to was always going to be Palermo. As I prepare to move from Salerno to Palermo, I'm incredibly excited about the untapped possibilities and potential ahead of me. This has been a desire of mine all year. I even have it as part of my vision board on my laptop, and slowly but surely I've seen how the little moments of life have led me there. Palermo is where I know my boldest, most creative self will flourish, and I'm ready. It remains to say that Salerno will forever hold a special place in my heart, and I always maintain that it is the perfect city to begin your expat journey in. I have so much to be thankful for. Thank you, Salerno, for the memories. Thank you for the experiences and for the lessons. But most of all, thank you, Salerno, for making me. There are many different ways to say goodbye in Italian, from arrivederci to the rather blunt addio. I prefer quite simply ciao. Ciao for now, Salerno.